This is the deep voice of a hood brother conservative, Robert P. Edwards. My host is out this week, Attorney Clint Paris, as we right down the middle here at In Touch Radio and News. And I urge our listeners all over the world to go, and we do have listeners all over the world, to go on the internet site and read In Touch News, and all you brothers and sisters and everybody else that trying to figure out why your businesses have not been blooming. Well, maybe you need to come over and talk to the In Touch News sales staff and all, and pay up, and then watch how your growth of your business and all. My guest this morning is before we started the show, I told her she was a hood sister. I'm a hood brother with conservative credentials from the hood. She's a hood sister with liberal credentials from the hood. Robin Lockett got some new side puffs or whatever they call these new hairstyles and all. But I admire
being innovative.
Well, I like it. I love sisters. I love the diversity of sisters, even when they use their influence to. Sometimes I think keep a brother down, but that's another story.
What do you mean? So, good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Robin. And she wears, and I could joke with her like that. We work together on issues in the whole bit. And today we're going to talk about some local issues. We'll take our normal 15-minute breaks or what have you. And I think our board operator and chief operating lady behind the controls here, Miss Amanda. Anna, okay, well, it's early in the morning. What you expect? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, Robin, we're glad to have you here. Before we get started, last week, you heard the show where Clint and I talked about I'm a local person first. I believe that the Black community has to take care of local issues. I think we have to continue to build up a bench of people who can carry the load and groom them into the leadership positions or take advantage of the talents and all. So we talked about that last week. And after I got a show, one of the persons called me, agree with that we should not always talk to young people. We should talk with young people. And Robin, I believe that with everything. Then the other issue was I noted that while I had sympathy for the victims of the mass shooting at the Asian parlors, some of them, let's face it, in reality, some of the massage parlors, regardless who does them, are always questionable because of some of the sexual activity that may be illegal behind the scene. But nevertheless, those victims, they were victims of shootings and all. But I noted that I didn't see the Asian community as being a partner with the African American community in civil rights struggles and all like that. So while I sympathize with the victims because I don't like violent crime, but when I look at how the Asian community has detached itself from the Black community, particularly in the Tampa area, with that one, and I know you got a hot topic on your mind. We're going to get into that. All right.
Good morning. For those who don't know me, my name is Robin Lockett. I am the regional director of what has now become Florida Rising. If you've heard me on the show before, I was the regional director of Organized Florida, but we have now since merged with another organization, which makes us the largest grassroots organization in the state of Florida. And it was Florida Rising has birthed from that.
Y'all have merged?
We've merged with an organization called New Florida Majority.
Now, you know I keep it real. So stop right there and tell me, have y'all merged into a stronger coalition beyond the Black community? And what I mean by that, I think at this point in the struggle, something has happened that with within the community and with outside the community, the coalition that we need, because the black community can't do it alone on a lot of issues, that we don't have the old coalitions like they did in the early parts of the civil rights movement. So explain that piece before we get into the Asian thing or whatever.
Um, so have we merged?
Well, what I
Is our
mean,
reach larger than the black community?
well,
Are
let
we
me, yeah, within the community, and then getting outside of people to be involved in all. Because for an example,
so let me just tell you this. Okay, so this
okay,
is how grassroots organizations work, right? So our sole purpose is to empower, work with. I don't like to say educate, but provide information, change to the black and brown community, right? So until that's done, and especially, well, I'm black, so with the black community, until the black community is straight, nobody's straight, right?
okay,
Coalition, I mean, grassroots organizations work. We work with other groups, which makes so if we have if what's this the housing issue.
okay.
So Florida Rising can only play a part of that in regards to providing information, enhancing and a certain reach. So we would connect with another group like Dream Defenders, another group. So we're all working on the
And that's
same
what I'm
thing.
talking about, because you can connect with a group that sincerely want to give you funds